Welcome to the first episode of Meet the Duck. In every episode we meet a new duck, we meet the owner, hear the history and celebrate the quirkiest car on the road. Quack along!
Welcome to the Rolling Ducks!
Bonjour!
Hola!
Je m'appelle Elisa.
¿Cómo estás?
So Rick, how did you first get into the world of the 2CV?
When my mother was my age, she went to the World Meeting in the Netherlands and there she fell in love with the 2CV, so she bought one and since then my whole family is obsessed, so I basically grew up with it.
Cool. And what's the story behind your specific duck?
That's actually really cool. The duck that my mother bought in the 90s, that's this duck where we're sitting in now. She drove it until she got pregnant with me and then she put it in a barn for better times and it stayed there until I was 20 and I took it out and now it's mine.
So you weren't even here and then you already drove in this car?
Yes. I remember growing up when I visited my grandparents, it was parked there in the barn, so every now and then I grabbed my grandfather and I was like, come, we have to see the duck, and then he drove me to the duck and then I was there for an hour just watching it.
Staring at
it. Yes, like knowing, okay, this is mine
One
when I'm
day.
yeah.
So what's the most beautiful or crazy adventure that you did with this car?
This specific car?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I think it was last summer. It wasn't really that crazy, but that was the first summer I used it as a camper. So I drove through France and the Alps, and I remember driving the Col de Calibier, when I'm pronouncing it right.
Oui?
Oui? It's a really steep mountain road, and I only could drive in first gear, and I was flooring the gas pedal to get up. And when I reached the mountain top, the first second all the people looked at me like, what the fuck is happening? And the second, they started clapping. Like, all the people started clapping.
It!
Yes, they were even yelling like, whoa, you made it! It was so cool. That's one of my favorite memories.
Yeah, sounds like a great memory.
It is.
And you also told me that you usually go to like the 2CV meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And what does the 2CV community mean to you?
It means a lot. It's like my family, my home. I grew up with it, so it feels like coming home every time. It's a place where everybody is allowed to be himself and nobody judges. It's almost the perfect world. Like, if I can imagine the world, in the best scenario, it will be that world where everybody can just be and with each other, and even if you don't know each other, everyone is helping each other. When the car breaks down on an event, strange people come from everywhere and just help you fix it. It's really beautiful.
Nice. And is there also like people that you meet every time, but they only meet you at the events?
Yes.
Like people you see over and over?
Yes, I have a lot of friends there who I actually only see in the events there.
And I also really like this last question. If your duck could talk, what would it say about you?
That I'm really crazy, for sure.
And why?
Because of the things I put it through. Like sometimes I drive like a maniac in this thing. Like roundabouts are just like a roller coaster. I've drove it way too many times through muddy mountain roads and almost died. One moment a tractor had to pull me out of the mud because it was just covered, the water was inside. Like.
Well, I'm glad you're still here and your duck is okay. Besides some holes and some rust here and there.
It's a little bit old.
That's fine.
We call that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Well, do you want to show us around your duck?
Yeah, sure, come along. Welcome to the introduction video of my very own 2CV.
What's your 2CV called, Rick?
Gerarda el Caracol. The snail from SpongeBob. Here in the back you see the LPG tank because the car drives on natural gas. The little paws that are painted on the car, that is a thing that my mother did when she drove the car back in the 90s. The interior of my 2CV is a little bit different than the others because I use it as a camper. It takes a few seconds to take out the back seats and build the bed platform so I can sleep in it. Normally the 2CV has a little trunklet, but there is an extension frame you can put on it so it can be opened with the window included, which is very convenient because I use it as a little camper. Under my bed is a lot of storage. Here in the front you see my clothing storage area next to the shoes and the water tank and all that certain kinds of stuff. More in the back behind the gas tank is what I call the kitchen. Here are my spices, my cooking stuff, my food, everything I need to make a good outside dinner. Because the car is very tiny, I need a little bit of more storage. I put a little roof rack with an old suitcase on top of the car where I can store my wetsuit, climbing gear and more outside stuff. And eventually I will put a surfboard on it as well. This was the introduction of my very own 2CV. I really hope you like it and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye!